Hi, welcome back to Comic Book Gallery. I'm your host Joaquin. How we doing, people? Today's video was entitled "Finding Gold at your local bookstore," and I'm talking like the old bookstores, dollar bookstores, those type of things. And I found a store, and they had some comic books, and they were all pretty beat up, the majority of them. So this is what I was able to find, and I paid $1 a piece for these. So I feel I got pretty lucky with some of these books. The New Mutants '87 second appearance. I mean the gold cover second print. So this is the first appearance of Cable. And next up is New Mutants '88. And at first, when you look at it from this view right here, you're like, okay, it doesn't seem that bad. But now you should be able to see all those. So there, you're getting a better look. But for $1, pick this up all day long. So New Mutants '88. So I was able to pick up almost the complete run from '87 up to 100. I fell short towards the end, but New Mutants '89 again. You're like, wow, it looks pretty good, and the majority of the book does. I mean, a cleaning would help, but a pressing's not going to help with this because of all the color breaks. So I would put these at like a 5 to 6.0, something around there. Maybe even high as a 6.5. I don't know, maybe a 7. I'd have to really look at the differential points between how many spine ticks you can have. But other than that, the covers look great. They are like the pages or seem to be okay, but I haven't really looked at them thoroughly. Like I said, I was just really happy to get these. Also, I noticed that these had the tape on the back, and you have to be careful with these. While it's cool to have it, right? When you're pulling your books out, and okay, so here we go. Here's some more like dings on the book. So, it's not like I goes like, wow, I got this big fortune. But when you're pulling these books out, be very careful. So I am going to be like switching the bags out because I don't like those because all it takes is just one slip. And then, you're crying if you have a good book. Like a $100 book or higher. You're like, no, why? New Mutants '90. There's Warlock. Um, he's I mean, I like his artwork. I do. I do like Rob's style, especially back then when it first came out. Yeah, he couldn't draw feet and he had some problems with anatomy, but um, it still was a cool style. And he wasn't, and he, and he didn't stay consistent either. It's like I'm not making this video to knock Rob's art. There's a lot of people, enough people who do that, including myself at one point. But sometimes I think he makes his arms bigger, and then in other ones, he doesn't stay consistent. But I think he did in this run so far. But I've noticed him do that with Cable a lot. Okay, so here we got New Mutants number 91, and you got Sabretooth and Richter. And it's like Sabretooth was tough. Then came Cable. Cool, again, a buck. So you can start to see all these creases right here and breaks of color. But as far as like getting this run and like reading it, man, this is great. Man, I was so excited to get all this stuff. So this is 92 with the scrolls. And this was like a nice um, run to read when it first came out. Like it was fresh, it was exciting, it was groundbreaking. Because the New Mutants the stories were so hit and miss and mostly miss unless they were doing like crossover stories. So they never really took off. They've had like a niche. They're kind of like Excalibur or like better than Fallen Angels, but not by much. It's like they're always getting a new title when the X-Men's reboot. So I am looking forward to reading these all again. I love these stories growing up. So we got New Mutants 93, and so it's like Wolverine versus Cable. And it's like, you knew it had to happen. Cable versus Wolverine. All this and Sunfire too. Gotta do the Sunday, Sunday, Sunday voice. And X-Men 94. So this is what I'm talking about. So he looks more jacked than he did right here. As you can see, he just looks bigger, and so a lot of artists do that. Myself probably would too if I was drawing this character constantly. Not always going to be consistency, but another knock on him at the time. Great cover. And I just really, like I said, I really did love this era. And you grew up in this era, and you were there when this first hit. Like everybody was, talking about New Mutants and Cable, and then when it came to X Force. Okay, so here's where I started to look out a little bit. New Mutants 95, and it's the Extinction Agenda. This is part 2. First Blood, and I don't know if this is like a variant cover. I'd have to double check on that, but this looks nice. So this is probably like an 8.0 to an 8.5. I mean, if I'm lucky, with the cleaning and a pressing, it could be like a 9 something or a 9.0. But I have to look at it. But this could be a candidate to get graded. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. But great cover. Warlock. I don't know if he dies in this episode, but I know Warlock dies pretty soon. And then we have the Extinction Agenda Part 5. And you have Beast coming in. It was Cable. Nice cover. Nice form on Beast. I'll give him that. I don't know if Rod did the cover on this, so maybe. And maybe those criticisms then aren't fair about the other one. And then I have 97. Oh, and so there's like one tick right here. And it looks, yeah, that broke the color. So this wouldn't be a book that I'd be sending in to have graded, but I think 95 might be worth it. But I have to search and do my research. Like, this can be pressed out, and I don't know if it's worth being pressed out. I mean the cover is dirty, and I don't think a cleaning would get that, so that wouldn't be worth it. But so X-Men 97. So that's it. What's that, like 10 books, something like that? Two. Almost 11. So 11 books. I mean, can't beat that. I mean, I paid like 12 something was taxes or something like that. I was very happy with this pickup. I'm really going to be excited when I start reading this again and having nostalgia memories. But also just when Cable was new and fresh, and people were excited about him, and he had a lot of potential, and he's really stuck around, and his first appearance, it will like hold value. It's not gonna. It's never gonna blow up like Deadpool. It's not gonna blow up like some of the other X-Men appearances, but he is a popular character. So that'll do it, people. I hope you guys are having a good weekend, because I'll release this on the weekend. Hope you guys had a good weekend or are going to have a good weekend. And tell me what books you find in like a dollar store or like these bookstores where sometimes they actually price them what they should be priced. Because a lot of times I'll go into these bookstores and they'll take a book that's like this, right, where it's got all these spine ticks, or here, and let's just say this book is worth $10, right, but in near mint condition. They'll look it up on eBay and see somebody, and they'll be like, "That's $10," and you're like, "No, that's not. That's not $10. That should only be like 5 because of condition." And they don't care because somebody out there will just not do their homework and buy it because they just want to read it. And sometimes that's the sad part about collecting. But let's just end on a happy note. I got a great deal, got to share it with you. And with that, people, I'll catch you later. You know what to do. Like and subscribe. Peace.